said I wasn't even going to do this video, but then I feel like sharing because I know that people have been going through this exact stuff. I wasn't just sure how it happens, but it happened to me, and then I'm going to share my experience of what went down. I was traveling to Istanbul from Abuja Airport, and then I used Turkish Airlines. The normal routine is that when you come to the airport, in fact, if I want to start talking about the experience at Abuja Airport, I'm not going to end. I'm not even going to finish because I don't know, why are Nigerians like this? Seriously. In Abuja Airport, by the time you enter, from the first point you enter where you show your COVID test, and then down to where you meet the immigration officers, you're like going to be taxed at every point. Everybody is taxing you for 5k, 5,000 naira, 2,000 naira. They're going to open your bag, and then maybe when they see food, cola nuts, attachments for braiding hair, they told me it's contraband in Nigerian airports. Like, I don't understand. Wigs are allowed, but attachment is contraband. They also said cola nut is contraband in Nigerian airports. I don't know if these things are true or not, but if you have an idea, please just drop it down in the comment section so that all of us will know. But then all of these things sound ridiculous. Those are my personal luggage. Those are things I would use for myself personally, like attachments, cola nuts. I think they were even saying food stuff is also not allowed, but they'll tell you something like this. They'll say for them to let you pass with your food stuff or the attachment, you're going to have to pay 10,000 naira. If you're on a good day, they can accept like 5,000 naira. But anyway, like, I feel like some of these things, do's and don'ts, or what is allowed and what's not allowed, should kind of like be written out so people should know. But of course, we all know that all of those things are capping. They're just telling you all those things so that they can extort money from you, which is very sad anyway. I went to customs. Now in customs, they checked my things. They saw me with some attachment, of which I'm going to use for my hair, of course. They were like, why do I have attachment in my bag? Do I know that when I get to where I'm going to, they wouldn't allow me with it? But for them to allow me pass with it, I'm going to have to pay a certain amount, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't just ready for all of that crap, man. So I just like, how much do you guys want? And then they said it, but luckily for me, I was there with like an uncle who works in the airport. So he helped me to like pass them. And then I think he accepted to pay a lesser amount. Rather, he bargained with them for a lesser amount, and then they let me pass. I went up to where I was going to pass through Turkish Airlines to get my ticket and also to tag my bags. And I was traveling with three bags. I used Ghana Must Go specifically because where I was going to, I already have my luggage with boxes. So I kind of like calculated if I was to bring boxes, then coming back would be a problem for me because I'll have all these boxes. I decided to use Ghana Must Go. And that whole stuff of when you're traveling, people need stuff from Nigeria. Like, I actually accepted to bring like people's things. A few people that I was kind of like okay with handling their stuff. Yeah, I accepted to bring some clothes, shoes, human hairs, because me myself, I didn't really have much luggage for my own self. Fast forward anyway, I came to Turkish Airlines, took my tickets. I went to pay for my excess luggage. I think I had 3 bags, of which normally I should have 2. So I paid for the extra bag and also paid for overweight for all of the bags. Yeah, so I was already prepared for that anyway, because I know like I was carrying like heavy stuff. On getting to where I would like check it in, I wanted to make sure my bags were safe. So there's this stuff that this leather wrapping thing that they do at the airport where you can wrap your bags. So I took everything there. So they wrapped everything. They wrapped the 3 bags, like fully wrapped. But like, when you're in the airport, you have a lot on your mind. You're trying to like be settled. You're trying to finish checking in so that you just go for your flight and everything. My attention wasn't really there when they were wrapping. Actually, how they wrapped my bags was that there's the top part. Like I said, it was a Ghana must go. 3 Ghana must goes I used. So the top parts they didn't wrap. There's this part where the zip is. So they left like a little square of where the zip was. It was now open. But I didn't really look at it as anything. I went ahead and checked my bags in. Went for my flight. Now fast forward to when I got to my final destination. I came to take my bags and I saw one of the zips open. I just assumed that it was like in the process of handling my luggage that stuff got open. I was just like, anyway, it's fine. I took my bags and I left the airport. Now on getting home, I sorted people's things out because I brought people's stuff, you know. I sorted people's things out, sorted my own out. So I gave like everybody their stuff that night because I didn't even want to like hold anybody's things, just to relieve myself of the stress, you know. There was this friend I helped with her stuff and then she called me. She's like, she can't find this, she can't find that. I'm like, really? How come? Everything was there. How you tell me you can't find this? Nah. I'm just like, no, just check your stuff, man. It has to be there, or you probably didn't send it to me because everything you sent to me to bring for you, I put it there. She was getting real because she checked and checked again. It wasn't there. I had to call the other people I helped with stuff to help me check their own things if it would be there. What will make me so certain is that like there's some things she couldn't find there that I personally saw at the airport. At the stage where I was paying for my excess luggage, I decided to reduce some stuff from my hand luggage and put in the Ghana must go bags because I mean I'm still gonna pay for it, so why stress myself with like a heavier luggage on my hand? In the process of doing that, I know I could see those dresses that she said she can't find. Her hair was there. It was confusing to me when she said she can't see this thing, and I was just like, no, there's no way, it has to be there because I even saw it at the airport, right? She checked her place, we checked other places. I came back to my house, I checked and it wasn't there. I now noticed that I didn't even find my human hair. Like, I was just stunned. Is this seriously happening? Because even my stuff is missing, so it's not as if, bruh. I was at that very moment is when I just realized that that bag that was open at the airport, you know, my stuff was stolen from there. I didn't know how to go about it. I was in shock. I was just frozen, like, okay. And the worth of the things that were stolen, like, okay, she couldn't find her hair, some clothes, shoes. The worth of everything could be like, plus my own hair, could be like 300,000 naira. I was just like, really? So does this thing actually happen at Nigerian Airport? I called somebody that I know that works in Turkish Airlines in Abuja. Told him this is what happened, and then he was like, oh no, why did you leave the airport? If you didn't leave, maybe we would have been able to do something about it there and then at your arrival destination. But now that you have left, there's almost nothing that can really be done, because like, how do you want to really prove that the bag was open and stuff is missing? At that stage, I was like, there's no need really pursuing this thing. I was like, okay, fine, let me just, she gave me an email to write, so I sent them an email. This is what happened. And then they told me there's nothing they can do. They told me to contact the airports where I arrived. You know what, let me not even put myself in this whole circle of trying to find out what happened, because of course this is a situation of theft. If there are no cameras, or if I don't have proof of receipts of like stuff I brought, you know, there's just almost no way that I can claim that my stuff was stolen. At that stage, I was really sad though, but I had to get over it and move past it. It's real, that it's very, very real that like stuff gets stolen at the airport. And at this stage, I don't even know if it's Nigerian airport or Istanbul airports. Although what they were telling me from Nigeria is that it's Istanbul airport that stole this stuff. And I'm like, really? The truth is I can't really tell. But I know I've heard a lot of stories in Nigerian airports, like stealing things is just like a very normal thing, and it's not really nice though. This is just a hint for you guys. If you're traveling, if you're using your box, fine and good, that which is even better. Just make sure that you wrap it with this leather wrapping that people use at the airport. If you're using a Ghana must go bag, when they are wrapping it, just try and like tell them to wrap the whole thing, like with the top. They shouldn't even leave any opening, because at that stage, man, you've basically lost some things. I don't even know where the stealing happens, but then it's real and it happens. I just wish that I put my mind into like, I just wish I paid attention to my bag opening. I would have taken pictures, or maybe I would have reported to the local airports there. Maybe something would have been done, but I mean, at the end of the day, what's lost is lost. I thought I should share this experience. It will probably save one or two people, or all of you actually, from experiencing this whole situation. Just try and make sure that you lock your bags also when you're traveling. If you watch this video to the end, thank you for staying here to watch. You all stay safe out there. Bye.